nothing, just chasing all game. Did it feel like any sort of deja vu that sometimes the team 2 steps forward, a step back? What didn't you have at the beginning that?
We didn't have a cover over the basket. I mean, I say that they did they just shot the ball. The one hit the rim and touched the top of the ceiling and bounced in. It was like, I think that was their 11th point or maybe the 8th, I don't know. And it's just like, whoa. And we saw that a little bit here a month ago with Michigan State. They came in, hit their first 6 shots, but they just kept going and going and going and going. And I didn't think we were as aggressive defensively as we needed to be. We were closing short. They were shooting deep shots, and we talked about halftime. We got to adjust our defense. We got to close farther out and get a hand up. And I thought we did a much better job in the second half. And then late, probably the play of the game, we're up 62-61. We get the rebound. It gets deflected out. They pick it up, spray it, and hit a 3 in the corner. But it just the start was. We had a couple of decent looks, but they were just they were making shots at an alarming rate.
What was halftime like then? Were you give them 8 points and a half? Even if they're making shots, were you angry?
Well, I challenged our guys to make Indiana fill us a little bit more on the defensive end. I didn't think we were too awful on the offensive end, but. Ironically, I told him, say, we're going to cut this thing to 3 here early in the second half, and the first time out we got it down to 3. But it was just more of a challenge of the defensive end and doing what we needed to do.
As you kind of mentioned it there, to go up by 1 after CJ hits that 3, and I think you scored the next 10. Just outside of that 3 that they hit, what was the difference there in that stretch? That kind of, as soon as you got back, it kind of happened so quick.
Yeah, they threw the boxing 1 up and on Jaquan, and we looked like we'd never seen it before, and we froze momentarily. And it's like, wait a minute. And then once our guys understood what we were trying to do, we started scoring again. But we missed a 3 in the corner, and they get a layup. I mean, they were getting and ones. That was another thing. The fouls we were committing, it was and ones. It wasn't just 2s. It was layups and the free throws.
You mentioned the boxing 1, maybe stymieing Jaquan a little bit. He had 15 in the first half, and then just didn't seem to get on track in the second half. Was it the boxing 1? Was it something they were doing, or?
No, I think I don't want to say he ran out of gas, but he looked tired up. It was short on his free throws, and they just didn't have the same juice going
on. Excuse me. Robert Johnson has really struggled for Indiana from the field. I think he was 7 of 42 from the 3 in the last 8 games. Is that one of those situations where when a guy is that good of a shooter that he may break out at any time?
Yeah, I've said this. We're a get-well card for guys. You're struggling, play Ohio State, you get out of your slump just like that. It's been that way all year long. I can name guy after guy after guy, but no, he was tremendous. I mean, the 3 on mark at the end of the shot clock there in the first half. I mean, that was about as good a defense as we could play, and he hits a shot from 24 feet with a hand in his face. I mean, he was on one today. Did a great job.
I was curious on this too, but you guys scored 92 points today, and you still don't win. This guy who's had really good defensive teams here, how does that sit with you? Score that many?
I haven't even really thought about it. But the 54 at halftime was, I don't think we've ever given up that many points that I can think of. But they were, like I said, they were rolling, man. I mean, I give Indiana credit. They were on one today, and we probably played 10 minutes of good defense out of 30, but they made us pay quite a bit. And we made a couple mistakes. We gave baseline spins in the post. We get trapped on or pinned in on a screen late in the game. They hit a 3. I mean, those are things we covered in day 1, and we didn't get that done.
2 more. Thad, from the start, it seemed like the offense that Indiana was just running with was a lot faster than maybe what your players were anticipating. Then you threw some things out there like double team in the post and even went with a little press. Was that designed to kind of slow the game down?
Yeah, I mean, we were, at that point, I was throwing anything that would see if it would stick to try to stop them. And, you know, I thought that it definitely helped us a little bit, maybe got them from, it seemed like they were playing in 10th gear to 8th gear, but, you know, those were things I thought that helped us get back into the game.
You had said the other day that once you got through the season, take a step back and then focus on the next goal. And obviously now it's the Big Ten tournament. You guys are going to play on the first day. As you sit here now, how do you feel regular season is over? What do you take stock of right now, not heading into the tournament?
Who do we play, you know?
Don't know yet.
The Michigan-Nebraska game, it depends on that.
Okay. No, I mean, we'll take a look at this and find out who our next opponent is and when we play, who we play. The only thing I know right now is it's in Washington, D.C. But, you know, hey, we've made some steady gains, I think, throughout the course of the last couple of weeks. We got to find a way to keep playing the best, the most consistent that we can. Not the best that we can, just the most consistent.
Thanks, Thad.
Thank you.